Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Founder in the Making. I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what it is that I am doing now. We've been talking this whole time about different methods that I've used to keep myself sane, to keep myself on track, to make sure everything flows smoothly, but I haven't really talked about the things that I'm doing to help myself with my business. So let's talk a little bit about the business that I have right now. I have a shipping business and I ship from Miami to Central and South America. So I need to focus on my clientele. I need to focus on getting my brand out there, on getting myself known, and definitely getting more people on my landing page. So I decided that over the weekend, I was going to make a game plan. What are my go to things that I'm going to do for this week that I need done? So I have step one, step two, step three. Step one, I needed to make a landing page. So before I had Google landing page, they had a website that they would do for you, and that was working great. People would go on it, people would call me, people would have any questions, they would just go straight to the page. But as of April, if I'm not mistaken, they decided to take that away. So I am left with having to do one for myself. Now, right now, I would pay for somebody to do my page, but I really don't want to because I want to use that for marketing. I want to use that to maybe do some Google ads, Facebook ads, different things like that. So I want to do something free and take advantage of the AI that's going out. I could create my own AI, but why do that when we already have so many different ones made? I Googled a bunch of different things and I wanted to see what it was that I could do to use as a landing page. So I found something called gamma.ai. I used it. I am happy and pleased with it. It's simple, it's straight to the point. It helped me do what I needed to do. That's something that I'm doing for right now. Later on, maybe I'll improve it and do something more detailed and do something a little bit more professional, but I'm happy with what I've got right now. So I decided my landing page needs all the information that on what it is that I do. And I need to retrieve information from the people going on there and asking questions, which is what I did. I added a Google form, I added that to my landing page, and now we're on to step two, which is my social media SEOs and email marketing. That is something I need to focus on this week. But before I did the landing page and figured out what I needed to do and what the steps were that I needed to take, I used the weekend to really research and do what I needed to do to see what I needed to get done in order to make this a little more successful. Now, my business is not bad. Right now, it's all been organic where my current clients, they refer me other people and they refer me others and so on, so on. But it's not something that is going to grow if I keep to that. So I need to be able to grow it a little more. There's a few things that I have stumbled upon and ideas that I have stumbled upon that I know will work. So I need to use that to my advantage. I decided that this weekend I was going to research different ways that I could go about reaching the goals that I need for my business. So, this is something that everyone needs to do. If you're starting a business, first of all, you need to look at the statistics, you need to look at your area, you need to look at different things and different ways that you can shine from other businesses because you're not going to be the only one person, whatever it is that you're doing. If you are, hey, props to you. You're going to get a lot more traction faster, especially if it's some sort of product that you come up with that's not even in the market. You do a little bit of social media and they'll come up. So props to you. But in my case, this is something that a lot of people already do. And me being in South Florida, a lot of people do that because a lot of Central American, South American people are over here and they're looking to help their families out. So I can't just think about the residential aspect of it. And that's what I stumbled upon, the commercial aspect of this business. There are many businesses that are going and shipping things from here over to, let's say, Colombia or Venezuela or different places like that. So I decided to touch that market. But before I did, or before I even thought about it, I needed to do a bit of background checks, a bit of different statistic checks, a different things like that. So what did I do? I actually signed up for a workshop, and I'm not going to disclose who it was because I don't know if that's correct, but I did sign up for a workshop that I considered very helpful. It was very, of course, it had the whole pay for this and pay for that, and you can get this, and that. But there were a lot of ways that they taught you on how to do it yourself, which I decided to take all of that knowledge that I took from that workshop to do it myself. I know it's going to take a little bit longer, but we're going to make it, guys. We're going to do this and we're going to become great at this. Okay. This is going to be no problem. Now, the first step, of course, with that workshop was creating a marketing business. Now, I don't know enough about marketing to even do that. And I figured, okay, if I need to do marketing and figure out how to do marketing, every business needs marketing, period, point blank. That's it is what it is. So I decided, okay, I don't know enough about marketing and I don't want to go and present myself to somebody and not really know what the heck I'm doing. That's just not me. I can and just subcontract everything, but at the end of the day, I'm not the kind to just subcontract people that I don't even know, that I don't even know their work ethic, that I don't even know how they're going to make me look. That's just, no, I can't. So I decided to use my own business in this trial run. So what I'm going to do, or not what I'm going to do, what I did do is I set out a plan, and it's a funneled plan. We start from the top and we work ourselves down. So the top right now is, like I said, the landing page. The landing page where I need to get the information from everyone. I need to get that and start doing some email marketing, reaching out to these people, seeing what it is that they are having trouble with, that maybe a lot of people that don't really know how to ship, especially if they're dating somebody in South America. They've never shipped anything down there, so they're a little curious, but they don't know how to do it properly. I have enough reviews on Google to show that my clients are happy with my services. So they can feel comfortable enough to leave their information and I'll get back to them and help them through the process. I emphasize on that a lot with my business because it's something that no one's really comfortable with. They don't really know because you're dealing with customs, you're dealing with another country, you're dealing with a bunch of things, and they think they're going to have to deal with that. So I show them step by step. I guide them. So by them going to this landing page, it's going to give them all the information about what it is that they're going to be, or how the process works. And I started doing this over the weekend, and I already received, I think, 2 emails from different people about, my services, how I do things, different things like that. So I'm counting that as progress, my guys. Okay? Progress, and it's positive progress. So, what am I going to do now? I this week am working on my social media, my SEOs, and my email marketing. How are we going to go about that? We're going to try a few things. First, first things first is definitely checking out the market. So this week I will be doing a little bit of research on different aspects of the market in my business. And we'll talk about that next week to tell you a little bit about how it went, what we did, and all the steps that I took. Now, the landing page. Let's get back to the landing page. The landing page is very important. When you guys do this for your own business, you need to see what it is that you need on that landing page. In my case, it was very simple because everything else is really done over the phone, or I'll let them know. It's different ways to go about it, but it's very simple. I just need their information, their name, their number, their email address, just to have that as my client list. And of course, information about how they can go about all this, how they can do this, how they can take care of this, how they can feel comfortable with this process without feeling overwhelmed, or how they can ship to the people they love, or, everything just smooth sailing. In the case of other companies, like let's say air conditioning, most of the time people want quotes. So you would have to consider about what kind of quotes they might ask you for, or maybe you want some sort of calculator on that landing page, or maybe you want some sort of price list on that landing page. Depending on what it is that you're doing, you need to consider the facts about what it is that is going to help your audience figure out what it is that you do and make the process easy where you're taking a lot of the things off your plate. If your business can have a price list on their website, that it's so helpful to you and the client because you don't get bothered by those tedious calls saying, "Hey, how much would it be for this? But I have a this, but it's all on your page." Now, you still want to have that client's information. So it would be good to have like some sort of pop up that when they go to that price list or something like that, they can fill out some sort of form and they can contact you. You have to think of all these different ways to go about it because it all depends on the different businesses. There's businesses where a price list is available to you and you can actually just go by the price list. There are others that you can't do that. There's just no way for you to do that because you have to do, let's say, an in-home inspection, or you have to see, different things like that. Let's say a nail tech. A nail tech, sometimes they need to know how intricate the design might have to be, or how long you want the nails to be, or if it's hand and feet, or different things like that. They can have a base price set that is on the website, but including that, like, hey, if you need something more intricate, you need to contact me, or I need to know, what inspirations you have, or whatever the case may be. But you still have that kind of pop-up where you still receive the person's information, and even if they don't contact you, you have that information. Then you would use that for your email marketing, which would be the next step. All of these things need to help you for your second step. How are you going to use this information to your advantage? You can't just have it stored up there on the side like, oh yeah, they're right there, I can just get them whenever I want to. No, you need to figure out how this is going to help you in the long run. How are you going to use that to your advantage? How are you going to use these clients that were a little hesitant on using you? How are you going to reach out to them and kind of give them more information about what it is that you need? I don't know about you guys, but I always receive, like, if I go to a website and I'm really curious about something, I always receive the marketing emails like, oh, hey, actually, I'll give you this example. Walmart. Walmart is so funny. Every time I go on their app to check some things out, it's not like I'm buying it. I'm just checking the prices, but I put it on the cart so that I can see it and maybe check up on it the next day or something, or compare prices between that and Amazon or different stores, or on Google, and compare prices, which is fine. Everybody does that. But it's funny enough because there's times that I just forget that it's there. And I receive emails just saying like, "Hey, you forgot something in your cart. Hey, do you remember you had this? Oh, look, since you looked for this, maybe you should try different things like this. This is related to what you were looking for." All of that helps because then you look at that email and you're like, "Oh, this looks nice." And maybe you buy it from Walmart, or maybe you compare prices like me and you get it somewhere else, or different options. You have options, but different things like that make it enticing to either want to stay on that page. And then the more you're marketing it, and the more even if they leave your page, the more you're marketing it, the more you're sending out emails, they're like, "Oh, you know what is this? What did I sign up for here?" And then they're looking at it. They go in and they check it out. What is this about? Then they go back to the website. And then sometimes when they forget that they were looking at that, oh my gosh, that's right. That I was looking at this and that. You know what? It's crazy. They reached out to me. Let me reach out. Let me call. You never know where that might lead. So it's very crucial for you to obtain that client's information. You have to obtain something. So the best way to do this would be on your landing page. If it's not on your landing page, definitely remember to do so when they call you. When they call you, receive all that information so that you have that and you're already saving that to your Rolodex, because that is so important when it comes to your marketing. Your marketing is something that you're going to be using, especially email marketing. You're going to be using all of that information. Besides other, there's marketing that you use the zip code, so it just goes to that zip code. But when you're doing internal marketing, you can do that with the clients that you're receiving that information from. So I'm going to leave you guys with this for this week. This week was about the landing page and what I'm doing with my landing page in order to see a difference within my business. So the next step is going to be, like I said, social media, SEOs, and email marketing. I'm going to try some of these things. I don't think I'll be able to do all of them in 1 week, but I'm going to try to do at least one of these so that I can see what the results are and see how it helps me either get them from there to my landing page, or see how I can maybe obtain that lead from directly from whatever I'm on, whether it be social media or email marketing. Um, and then I'll give you the results. I don't know if I'll be able to do all of them this week, but I'll definitely try to do one of these and see what the status is so that we can talk about it next week. See how it helped me, see how maybe you can try it out on your business, and see how that's going to help you progress in your business and help you at least grow. But remember that right now, just sit down, do some research, see everything about your business, everything that is statistics, and what it is that you would need on that landing page to really attract people, whether it be more information on what it is that you do, or just think about the questions that you are asked usually, whether it be, what are your prices? How do you do this? How can I contact this? How can I go about this? Answer those questions on your landing page so that when they contact you from your landing page, you at least already have that covered. You take away so much stress by putting everything out there so that every client has that as at their disposal. And you need to figure out what it is that you need to have on that page in order to make that business, whatever business you're growing or whatever business that you're starting, go up. This is very important. I've seen it before. Mine was great when it was with Google, but now that I need something else, this is how I'm going about it. So let's see how it goes. And I'm definitely excited to reach back out to you guys and tell you how it went. So thanks guys for listening, and I'll talk to you guys next week.